Best show, you're on the air.
Hi, is this the host?
This is the host. My name is Tom. I'm not just the host.
Oh, yes, Tom. Let me see if I'm saying this correctly, this last name. Norpington?
No.
Is that right?
No, it's Scharpling.
Oh, is that Swiss?
No, that's not Swiss.
Arabic?
No, not Arabic.
Hungarian?
No.
Samoan?
No, it's not Samoan.
Estonian?
No, it's not.
American Samoan?
No.
Say it again.
Scharpling.
Oh, it's Australian.
No, it's not.
Mexican?
No, it's none of those. Stop it.
Got to be Irish.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's Austrian. It's got to be. That's settled.
Okay, well, no, but you're closer. But no, it's none of those.
Okay.
Who is this?
My name is Adler Lansington. I'm calling from Upper Newbridge.
Adler
Lansington.
Lansington.
Dun, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Adler, what can I do for you tonight?
Look, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Bee Gees fans all over the world have been losing their collective crotch marbles and love purses these last few months over several heretofore unknown songs by the Bo Gibb that have been mentioned on your Cub Scout radio show.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of callers over the last couple months who've mentioned these Bee Gees songs that I've never heard of, and they'll sing like a snippet, and the songs, like the lyrics, seem really out of character for what I know the Bee Gees to be.
Yes, that's the word, and there's one that I guess is about one of their ladies getting it on with Roger Earl from Foghat. That sounds amazing.
I've heard a portion of that one, sure.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing I am certain of is that I got to get a hold of these songs before Lorden does.
Who is Lorden?
Lorden is my older brother. He runs the Mirror Image Talent Agency.
Mirror Image Talent Agency. I don't know what that is.
You're joking.
No, I don't know what the Mirror Image Talent Agency is.
Oh, okay. Well, see, Mirror Image is a talent agency for tribute bands and singers. It's actually the biggest one of its kind in North America.
Okay. I mean, those bands, the tribute bands, that's like a big deal. And I actually just saw one. I was at a friend's 50th birthday party, and he's like a super huge Rolling Stones fan, and his wife surprised him and hired a band called Sticky Fingers.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Lorden books them. They're good.
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're better than Tattoo You, but not as good as the Toxic Twins.
Mm-hmm. And those are other Stones tribute bands?
Duh.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I'm sorry.
It just seems obvious is all. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was asking. I kind of assumed that they were, but
okay. Oh well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bust your bees. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, Lorden books all the big Stones tribs. He does like Beggar's Banquet, Some Boys, Goat's Head Soup. You know, those are the top three big ones. Mm-hmm. He also does pretty much every big tribute band that there is for every major band.
Wow, he books them.
Yep. Like Sweet Emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you've heard of them, right?
Sure, Aerosmith.
Dirty Deeds,
which is AC/DC.
Waterloo.
That's ABBA.
Yeah. One of his biggest ones is Sheer Heart Attack.
Is that a Queen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else? Led Zeppelin. one of his bigger, newer ones, American Idiots.
Is that it's a Green Day band?
It is, yeah, yeah. And the big one, kind of is the flagship, big, the first real big money maker of the rock era for him was the Back Doors.
The Back Doors.
Yeah.
Is that a Doors band?
What do you think, Tom?
Again, well, I mean, this one's not 100% certainty.
Oh no, it's a tribute to that huge band called the Backs.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm on edge.
Yeah, I mean, we're just having a conversation here,
I know.
and
I'm sorry.
You're so aggressive.
I know it's
with
not
this.
cool. I gotta take a timeout, right?
Yeah. Well, Adler.
Give me a quick 2 seconds, all right?
So you want me to send you to timeout for 2 seconds?
No, I send myself for the timeout.
Okay. Well, send Adler for 2 seconds. Adler older or Adler? What was it?
Adler.
Adler. Okay. Adler, if you're going to send yourself to timeout, go ahead.
I already did it.
Oh, you did it already.
Yeah, I'm feeling good now. I'm back.
You're back. Okay, good,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
So anyway, my brother Lorden, he's pretty much got the whole scene wrapped up. He's like the Dale Carnegie of the tribute band world. His business card he even says that.
That he's the Dale Carnegie of the tribute band world?
Yeah, it's got a picture of a robber baron with his face on it, and the robber baron is wearing an Angus Young outfit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty striking image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds pretty dramatic.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why it would be such a coup for me to get a hold of these Bee Gees songs that no one's heard yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all these people were talking about on your show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure why you getting these songs is a coup when it comes to this tribute world.
Well, they're not for me, silly weasel.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, they're for Bee Gees Whiz.
Oh, okay. Wait, what is Bee Gees? Bee Gees Whiz?
Bee Gees Whiz.
What is that?
Well, it's like a play on Gee Whiz, right?
Okay, Bee Gees Whiz?
Yes.
Okay.
Rolls off the tongue, don't it?
And that is what is Bee Gees Whiz?
That's a Bee Gees tribute band that I manage. They're the best out there. I'm not just, being a proud papa. My Morris is really bald, unlike the other guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you work with your brother, you're in the tribute band business?
Good God, no. Who'd want to work for those farging iceholes?
Okay. I don't know why you say it like that, but I also... So you're clearly, you and your brother are not on good terms, if you'd say that?
Well, look, I did work for him for several years, but, I had to stretch my wings and fly like an eagle, like Steve Miller said, right? He also said everything's better when wet, but that might be a topic for a later discussion, right?
Ugh. Yuck.
What?
That's not going to be a later discussion.
It's man talk.
Okay, well, not with me, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Man talk.
Lesson learned.
Okay, yeah. No thanks.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So, what was the name of this band you manage?
Bee Gees Whiz.
Bee Gees Whiz.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your thing, managing Bee Gees Whiz?
Well, don't be so dismissive. That's just one of the bands I manage. I have a whole stable of exciting bands and singers.
Okay, like what bands do you manage?
Oh, the Football Smiths, KO Computer, Rush to Judgment, the Filthy Beatles, who else? Van Halen, Skid Row, the Bleach Boys, Grateful Dorks, Elderly Katy Perry, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Okay. What do Motley Crue do? What is that?
Well, Motley Crue is the best of the Cure and the Motley Crue.
Played by the same band.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that that's your roster?
Oh no, there's a lot more. Who else? Disco Sabbath, Peanut Butter Linkin Park, Fat Weezer, the Food Fighters, Punk Floyd, Toddler Minutemen, Church Police.
Can I ask you about Toddler Minutemen?
Oh yeah.
And what is that?
Toddlers who play the music of San Pedro agit punk rockers, the Minutemen.
Which is some of the most complex music going.
Right.
And toddlers are playing it.
Look, I'll be honest, they can barely make it through Ack Ack Ack.
Okay, so they can't even make it through a cover.
No, Urinal's cover. Mm-hmm. That's saying something, right?
Yeah, it's a 30-second song.
Yeah. Well, who else? Jerry and the Pacemakers, American Leonard Cohen.
Well, Jerry and the Pacemakers?
Mm-hmm.
But the Jerry and the Pacemakers is a real band.
No, this is Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Okay, what is that?
Well, we have a Jerry Sandusky lookalike fronting a, kind of one of those Mersey beat bands, and during the show he makes a big vat of paste in the floor tom.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That band can't be popular.
Well, I'm getting there. Who else? Violent Maroon 5, Elton's John, Hot Dog Corrosion of Conformity, Political Britney.
Political Britney.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Well, you know how everyone loves Britney Spears, and she, her thing is very kind of like vapid pop music.
Okay.
This is actually, imagine if you will, what if Britney Spears did like a political rant in between each song?
Okay, so same songs,
mm-hmm.
but then just like a screed of
exactly, yeah.
So like a Jello Biafra type stuff.
Oh yeah, against Walmart, against bouncers, against she even does one against Jello Biafra.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Says he ruined hardcore.
So political Britney.
Yeah. Bon Jovi, Ugly Robin Thicke, Mexican Kraftwerk, Pancake Little River Band, Cannibal Cops.
Pancake Little River Band.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what. In fact, I couldn't imagine what that is.
It's more like, what are they called? Dioramas when you made them as a kid. So it's kind of like, it's not really a band. It's basically, you hear the music, a Little River Band, and each person in the band is kind of just a pancake on a sheet. It's a very low cost show. So
I can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah. Who else? Cannibal Cops, Bodybuilder Bob Dylan.
Bodybuilder Bob Dylan. It's like a ripped Bob Dylan.
The weirdest thing. Pardon me?
Oh, like a ripped Bob Dylan.
Well, he works out while he's performing too. He's doing mucho reps.
While doing, is there a certain era of Dylan he does?
Desire.
What? Just like that era of Desire.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got a Scarlett Riviera who's also doing reps.
Okay.
While playing the violin. Her violin actually is a weight. It weighs 300 pounds.
So she's, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Ukulele Circle Jerks, Bob Weird Al.
Not sure what that is.
Oh, that's a guy who does funny accordion versions of Bobby and the Midnight songs.
Which is the Bob Weir side project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prince.
Mm-hmm. So Prince, like, but Prince is a real act. Like, that's the name of the original is Prince.
Well, technically, no. It's a guy who does the songs of Prince, but he's wrapped up in newspaper. So, there's newspaper print on the newspaper. So it's Prince. Prints.
Prince.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
Who else? Funny Slayer, the Canadian Bangles, Sax Pistols, Black Todd Rundgren. My wallet fell in the sewer.
Oh, my goodness. That happened to me the other day. It was so frustrating.
I gotta stop having my desk over a sewer grate.
Well, that sounds...
So dumb.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad feng shui.
It is.
Yeah. It sounds like one of your bands, Bad Feng Shui.
It does. It really, I like that. I'm going to sign that.
Yeah.
I like that. Who else? Blind Pavement, the Hawaiian Velvet Underground, Fart.
Okay, what is Fart?
That's a Heart tribute band that consists solely of what I just said, of what their name is.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else? Underwear, Kansas.
Underwear, Kansas. And I'm assuming it's the band, it's a tribute to the band Kansas.
Yeah, remember how big those guys were?
Like Dust in the Wind and Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yep.
And the underwear part of
Now imagine them just wearing underwear. Briefs.
Okay.
Who else? Canine Queen, Nude REM, and very excited about one of my latest signings, Reggae Toby Keith.
Wow. Well, that is, I got to tell you, you got some roster there.
Wait till you hear the Filthy Beatles.
The Filthy Beatles.
I think you'll love it. A couple of their best songs, I think. I love their version. Their version is actually "I Want to Hold Your."
Yeah, I had to bleep you there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't say that on the show.
Okay. Well, the one that brings the house down is My Long and Winding.
I had to bleep you there, too.
Oh.
I'd
love to get Skid Robo on your show someday.
Yeah, because there's a bunch you said there that I asked you about a few, but a few other ones I gotta just like, well, Skid Robo. Tell me what Skid Robo is.
Well, you know the band Skid Row, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a same thing. The music, the great songs of Skid Row. Only the drummer is does a tribute to Robo, the drummer for Black Flag and the Misfits.
Okay, that sounds...
It's exciting, isn't it?
It sounds maybe less exciting than... Well, I guess it might be exciting for some, then.
Okay.
What was the Smiths one?
Oh, the Football Smiths.
What is that?
It's the Smiths, but they dress up as football players, American football players.
Are they like big guys?
Oh, no.
So it's just like guys...
They have the same hairstyles, et cetera, as Morrissey and Johnny and...
But they just happen to be on stage wearing football jerseys.
Yep.
Okay, I don't get the connection there, but was there there was a Radiohead one?
Oh yeah, KO Computer.
Okay. What's that?
Well, it's the music of Radiohead, but it's performed in a boxing ring, and the guys actually beat each other up during the songs.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me, you got to tell me, this roster is so fascinating.
Oh, it's great! I can't wait for you to hear Violent Maroon 5. Their song, it's a take on the classic song, but theirs is "Moves Like Dahmer."
Moves like Dahmer.
Yeah.
So it takes a song and then makes it more like about a mass murderer.
It does, yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention my latest signing. I don't want the other bands to know this, but I'm most excited about this. I probably can't say the name, but I will spell it. Okay.
Okay.
It's PISS.
Yeah, I'd rather you didn't get into it.
Well, they play the worst of Kiss.
Okay. All right. So, like, what do they do if you
they
see them?
cover everything from Love Theme from Kiss to I Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll, and all the baddies in between. She's So European. Is It My Charisma? Stuff like that.
So they just play the worst Kiss songs.
They do. Cadillac Dreams.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Street Giveth and the Street Taketh Away.
Okay.
Murder in High Heels.
So they're just doing...
Exciter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does Hooligan make the cut?
Oh, yes. Yeah, they open with it sometimes.
Because that's a
bad one.
That's a Peter Criss song.
Oh, yeah.
Where he says...
Terrible.
I remember the lyric being something like, I got a 45... something on a 45 chassis on a 55 frame.
That's it.
Can't even spell my name.
That's right, yeah. Oh, man.
I mean, that's as dumb as it gets.
You got some pipes. Can you play the drums?
I can't.
Well, he can't either, so I think I'd love for you to try out.
Well, I don't think I am going to do that. What was the Slayer band you mentioned?
Oh, Funny Slayer?
Funny Slayer.
Yeah.
What is Funny Slayer?
Well, they'll, like say they'll get in, like a quarter of the way into Rain and Blood, and then they'll stop and they'll do like 3 minutes of crowd work, and then they'll jump back into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then the Blood showers everybody with the.
Okay.
Love. Yeah.
And I'm gonna regret asking about this one, but I'm going to. You mentioned an act called Black Todd Rundgren.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay, well that's a terrible name, and
I didn't make it up.
Well, I
did make it up.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I put it together. Should I not have done that?
I'm not nuts about that one.
Okay.
And look, I could talk about your roster all night. Was there a Robin Thicke?
Ugly Robin Thicke, yeah.
Tell me about Ugly Robin Thicke.
He's troglodytic.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does he sound like Robin Thicke?
No. He wears a suit, though.
So it's a guy with a suit.
Yes.
Doing Robin Thicke songs.
It sounds fun, doesn't it?
Does he do them well?
No, not really. Not yet. I feel bad about this. Wait till you see Mexican Kraftwerk.
Uh-huh.
I think you'll like that.
What's the deal with Mexican Kraftwerk?
Well, it's the same concept, but they have songs like El Autobahn and El Mundo del Computer.
Okay, so they're Kraftwerk songs in Spanish?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This Ugly Robin Thicke can I just ask you something? And you might not even know the answer to this.
Sure.
Does the guy who is Ugly Robin Thicke even enjoy doing it?
Oh, no. See, I have something on him, so he has to do it.
And he can't...
Yeah, I caught him with jar of Nutella, balsa wood.
Well, I just bleeped you about 5 times.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this roster of yours is something else, and I can't believe, I don't even understand the appeal of a Kiss cover band that just plays the worst Kiss songs. That sounds like the worst hook I've ever heard for a tribute band.
But I didn't tell you what they do at the end of the show. They do something very interesting on the audience.
Okay. Nope. And I'm guessing it goes along with their name, which you spelled?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Nope.
Not for you?
Not for, I don't know who that's for. And I can figure what it is.
Right.
And so much of the stuff you've said seems like either like merely bad or like almost like pornographic. It just what kind of audience could there be for any of these bands?
Well, that's actually why I'm calling. See, I've done extensive research on this, and I discovered that your audience is considered perhaps the most unhinged in radio. So basically, it was a no-brainer that I try to tap into your audience of mutant sick Fs.
Hey, mutant, sick. No, they're not unhinged, the people who listen. There's good people listening to this show.
Look, the facts are clear. It's neck and neck between you and anything Opie and Anthony related for most troubled listener status.
Oh, no.
It is, and I'll tell you what.
What?
Your show scored a lower L rating than the Greaseman and Tom Leykis' audiences combined.
An L rating? What is an L rating?
Oh, that's your loathsome quotient.
Okay.
Yeah. See, basically, they present 15,000 of your listeners with the Minnesota Depravity Questionnaire, and then they see how it shakes out and how all the audiences stack up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But there is some good news.
Okay.
Your audience did not finish last.
Oh, well, I mean, I would hope not. I mean, not last.
Right. Let me look at this here. Yeah. They scored 5 points higher than Jim Bob, Daisy Duke, and the Retarded Possums listeners, and 6 points higher than Nazi Pete's Island of Stupidity's audience. Oh, and 7 points higher than the audience for Farting Frank's Toilet Gulag. So that's not bad.
Those are the worst names I've ever heard.
Yeah, they're not good shows.
No, that's offensive.
But also...
That's what's on the radio now?
Oh, yeah. But listen, you're miles away from the show whose audience shakes out to be the most high-class and the most cultured of all the radio audiences out there.
Uh-huh, and I can probably guess what that... Is that like... What show is that?
Well, it's a show called Brother Ron's Real the Best Show. And I'll tell you, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard. This guy is a crack up. He does this thing called the Joe Show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what the Joe Show is.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Do you do anything like that? Because that could really help you.
No, I did that, and then he took it from me. Brother Ron is my brother.
Tom, that's a bad look. That's a really bad look to just have that kind of jealousy brewing within you.
Oh, stop. I know the truth here. I'm not going to debate it with a guy who books, who makes his living booking football Smiths and ugly Robin Thicke. So
don't judge him till you see him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm never going to see him, and I think I can kind of judge that one without seeing it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
The way you described. Look, can I? What? Why are you doing any of this? Adler? It was Adler, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I'm doing it. I'm driven. I'm driven to have the groups that nobody else has.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to show the world that I'm the tribute band king, not my GDMF of an SOB/DS of a BLing brother.
Man, you really do not like your brother. Where is all this hate coming from?
I'll tell you where it's coming from. I'll tell you why I hate him.
Why?
Look, I didn't fly like an eagle out of the nest. He ran me out of the family business.
Your brother ran you out of the family business?
Yes.
What family business?
Mirror Image, you cobnobbler.
Okay.
Have you been listening this entire time or not? Open your ears, jackass.
All right. Take it easy with the Jerky Boys quotes.
Oh, that actually reminds me. I need to get with my Jerky Boys tribute act about some potential dates in Western Maine that had just come up.
What is the name of your Jerky Boys tribute act?
Well, actually, it's just a Kamal tribute. It's called Kamal's Camel.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, basically, he does the act on a stuffed camel cigarette pack.
Come on. On a what?
A stuffed camel cigarette pack?
Like a pack of camels.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say that's the most offensive thing I've ever heard.
Right.
But now I'm going to say that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe you're the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Ever think of that?
Well, I don't care what you think look, I'm not getting into it with you. I have a very very low opinion of you with this.
Oh.
But that's neither here nor there. I'm not opening that door. I don't care what you think of me. I'm more interested in this. You were saying that the agency your brother runs was the family business.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And you got shown the door?
I did, yeah. Well, see, my family has been booking tribute acts for centuries. So it's been in the family that long.
Centuries?
Yeah.
For tribute bands?
Yeah.
Like how does a okay. I did not know tribute bands have been around since for centuries.
Oh yeah. My great grandfather Leopold founded Mirror Image in 1782. It's been going ever since.
That's so 1782. It's insane that a tribute band agency was formed in 1782.
Maybe you're insane.
Okay.
Anywho, look, his first big client was a man named Antonio Ringatti.
Okay.
And he's considered, to this day, he's considered the greatest Mozart tribute artist of all time. And people still speak his name in sounds that are not loud.
Okay.
I wish there was a more attractive way of saying that.
Sounds that are not loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
there's not, though.
No, there isn't.
No.
So your great, however many greats, grandfather.
Yeah.
Booked a Mozart tribute act.
He did. And this guy was considered a god back then. He was way better looking than Mozart. And I'll tell you something. Men wanted to take him quail hunting, and women wanted to see the insides of his breeches.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, man, yeah, he was a hit with the ladies, I'll tell you. This guy laid waste to Muff.
No. That's terrible. Terrible.
Just calling it like I see it, right?
Yeah.
Anywho,
okay.
Mozart hated Ringatti, but he did give him credit where credit was due. And Mozart said, and I quote, "This cat does my ass hit better than me. That's for damn sure."
Wait, that's how Mozart said it?
He did, yes. Yeah.
You're sure he rolled damn to damn?
Absolutely, yeah.
So he actually, okay.
He did. I actually have the scroll it was written on.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, music magazines were written on scrolls back then, and this was in, I think it was the August 1783 issue of the Vienna Music Connection.
There was a music magazine, the Vienna Music Connection.
Yeah.
Was that like a monthly scroll?
Yeah, and it would have all the club listings on it too.
So it was like the Aquarian.
Yeah. Less pencil drawings though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. You have the original scroll.
Yes, yeah, and so, but over the centuries, Mirror Image has handled a mega plethora of tribute artists, ranging from Beethoven, Wagner, Schubert, Mahler, up to Edith Piaf, Stravinsky, Caruso, Jelly Roll Morton, Chocolate Roll Morton, Glenn Miller, Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, all the way up to current artists like this one great tribute act that I've actually stolen and I've kind of retweaked. Diana Krall.
Diana Kroll?
No, Diana Krall. C-R-A-W-L. It's like a Diana Krall act.
Oh.
She crawls around the stage playing a little handheld keyboard.
That's weird. That one's just weird.
Yeah.
That can't be popular.
I don't know. I haven't sent her out yet. But anyway, I became persona au gratin because I broke the first commandment of tribute act booking when I was at Mirror Image.
What the first what the first commandment of it?
Yeah.
What is the first commandment of Tribute Act?
Well,
booking?
it's never pass the tribute off as the real thing.
Okay, and you did that?
No! How dare you?
Oh, well, look, you you said you broke the commandment. Then why were you kicked out?
I had a magic eye thing on a poster for a Creedence.
What's that?
I did a magic eye thing on a poster for a Creedence Clearwater Reimagined concert. Why?
What does, I don't even know what that means.
You know the magic eye books where you look at something long enough in a certain way, it reveals like a different layer to the whole picture that you didn't see when you first saw it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had the name of the band I was repping, Creedence Clearwater Reimagined, a tribute to CCR.
Uh-huh.
But when you stared at it on the poster long enough, it did say Reimagined and not Creedence Clearwater Revival.
But if you didn't do that thing where you blur your eyes,
right?
What did it say?
It said Creedence Clearwater Revival, but technically it did say what it was. I can't help it if people didn't stand there long enough doing the magic eye.
But anybody who just takes a quick glance at the poster thinks that Creedence Clearwater Revival is playing the show.
Right, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, that's pretty low.
Well, and I also had all original members written on it, too, but when you did the magic eye thing, it changed to what it really was.
What's that?
No original members.
Well, that's criminal.
Well, there's a third part.
No, what's the third part?
I also had a photo of the actual CCR on it.
Uh-huh.
But when you did the magic eye thing, it revealed them to be the ugly fat loads of Creedence Clearwater Reimagined that they are.
Oh, that's terrible. That's really uncool, Adler.
There's another layer to this that's even worse. Would you care to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Well, I booked this act into Madison Square Garden.
Uh-huh. Oh, I can only... My stomach is actually in a knot wondering...
So is mine.
How... Let me just...
I know how it turned out.
You know let me just ask you.
Uh-huh.
I'm just my stomach is in a knot, and all what I'm imagining right now is a packed arena,
sold out.
Realizing, I'm picturing it doesn't get worse than a packed arena, realizing that they've been hoodwinked.
What happens when a packed arena gets very upset?
Uh huh.
And they know they can't get their money back? What do?
If they can't get their money back,
yeah.
Well, I guess they could lose control and start throwing stuff. And
what breaks out?
A riot.
Yes, yeah. That's what happened. That occurred. And then, what's the worst possible thing that can result from a riot?
A lot of destruction.
What's even worse than that?
I mean, like injury or...
What's worse than that?
Death.
Yes, there was one of those.
There was a death.
There was. My stew cook was killed when someone drove the Madison Square Garden Zamboni over his head.
Oh.
Yeah, it was gross.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't sleep for a day.
Well, that's not that's not exactly being scarred by it. Well, so you lost...
I sleep very soundly.
So you had a bad night's sleep, one bad night's sleep over it.
I got like 6 hours max.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Really rocked by that.
I was. But the worst part is the agency got sued for millions, and then as a result, I got ass-canned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to say, that is 100%... Well, first of all, it's super disgusting. And they were totally within their...
Oh, hang on.
What?
Hang on. Yeah, Adler here. What? Look, do you want to do this or not? Well, then you better get those buns to that doctor's office pronto. You ingrate. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
What was that all about?
Well, long story short, the drummer in Rat Trap, my Boomtown Rats tribute band, he's getting cold feet about having his face redone to look more like Simon Crow.
Who is Simon Crow?
You have a radio show and you don't know who Simon Crow is.
Uh-huh. No, I don't.
Simon Crow is the MF drummer for the MG, GD, BSing, TFing, Boomtown Pea-eating rats, you juvenile buffoon.
Okay, I'm sorry I don't know who the drummer from Boomtown Rats is.
It's the Boomtown Rats. Now get in the game!
Uh-huh. So you're trying to make a guy get plastic surgery to look like him so that he can be the drummer in a Boomtown Rats tribute band.
All the other guys did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's up to that guy if he wants to do it and has, if he has cold feet. He's the one altering his face.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, what is that?
I'm coming. Hang on. Great-great-grandfather Winsforth is in the driveway. He's honking for me.
Your great-great-grandfather?
Yes.
How old is your great-great-grandfather?
154. Why?
My God, he's 154 years old?
He is, yeah, but he's got the mind and the body of a 125-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, he's driving around?
He is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's impressive.
I'm coming.
Hey, what is that? Is that a second old-timey horn?
Great-great-grandpappy has 2 horns on his Model S.
Okay.
Model S came before the Model T.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Great-grampy. He's taking me out for ice cream and skin flicks tonight.
No. That's terrible. You know that's terrible, right?
Oh, I'm coming, great-great-grampy! Wait up, please! Oh, I dropped my hamburger! Oh, no!
Oh, and he hung up. There we go.